if something works for someone or for a group of people, is that enough for you to want to try that thing? Now, if we're talking about like medicines, then of course the answer would probably be no, because you would want scientific studies that prove how that thing interacts, what are the side effects and all of those things, which we won't get into, which is a big problem over the last 5 years, right? And what we're seeing come out now, this is a big problem, and why I made the decisions that I did. But things that are energetic, let's say, for example, working with the quantum field, working with the power of intention. Do you need scientific studies to prove that that works for you? Or are you happy to give it a go and try it based on people's experiences of how that has worked? And the reason I'm bringing up this topic and bringing this to the forefront is that a lot of things have taken a very long time to get in scientific journals. Some things haven't got in scientific journals at all because the powers that be don't want this stuff to go out to the masses, don't want people to know that they can heal themselves. So there is still there's a lot of stuff out there, but equally there also isn't. So an example that I had of this was I was training on mindfulness during the week as part of a workshop that I was doing for a group of people on the nervous system and on well-being. And we talked about mindfulness, and I shared the quote from John Kabat-Zinn: mindfulness means paying attention in the present moment non-judgmentally. And I shared that John brought mindfulness from the East into the Western world, into medicine, into hospitals, into the, the NHS that we have today. But it was the 70s. It was the 70s where this happened. And it's only now that mindfulness is mainstream. And mindfulness only really started to become mainstream in the noughties. So if you were like middle age in the 70s and you heard about this stuff and you thought, I can try that, those people that heard that in the 70s and started to change their lives, like, they're probably living completely different lives now. But the people that have waited to say, I need to see the scientific peer-reviewed article on that, like, if you were born and you lived through the 70s and you said, I'm going to wait, think about all of those years of your life that you have lost not being in alignment, not having the best well-being, not manifesting or creating what you want in your life or the impact that you want on the world. So we really have to be the bridge between the science and the spiritual, and also take responsibility for doing experiments ourselves. So in 2018, I did an experiment myself on 180 people, and it had a statistically significant result. You can check it out on my TEDx. My TEDx is all about the results that I found. Sometimes we just have to take the matter into our own hands, and sometimes this is for me, like me trying stuff with clients, them being open to that, which most of them are, and then seeing the results, which may vary person to person, but we start to build together this data. So I would love to know your thoughts on this topic, because I personally believe that we could be missing a trick if we're saying, yes, from a medical point of view, but from an energetic or spiritual point of view, if we can lean in and try the thing, why wouldn't we? Like, why wouldn't we try and change our lives? And I feel people that are saying, I'll wait to see the science on this, like, I'll wait to see the peer-reviewed article on this, are missing a trick in actually changing their lives. So it is our responsibility to be this bridge and to bridge the science and the spiritual and actually lead the way with this. So for me, it's like, what is the science and the data that I do have, which I have quite a lot of because I've got a neuroscience background. So it's like, okay, how do I share that? How do I teach that and allow others to move forward in that way? So if this is something that you would like to go deeper in terms of blending the science and the spiritual, working with the energetics and the coaching, let me know.